Welcome back to Rumor Society. On this channel, we share our opinions on social media stories and headline news. Now let's get into today's story. Today we're going to be watching this young lady tell a story time about when her brother unalived their family. The case has already went to trial. Her brother has already been sentenced, but her story is from the other point of view. So how did everything impact her and her family, and the details of what happened before the incident? Raymond Childs III was convicted of unaliving 5 people. These people included his family members and a pregnant woman. This was 2 trials. The first one declared a mistrial because one of the witnesses that took the stand confronted Raymond Childs. They confronted him on the stand, so the judge had to throw that case out. Then here recently there was another trial, and this is the one where he was convicted of the crime. The crime occurred back in January of 2021. So according to details that came out during the trial, this incident was caused by an argument that Childs had with his father. Is regarding him missing curfew, staying out late. Prosecutors said that Childs went from room to room, unaliving the victims. It just so happened that his 15-year-old brother survived, and he was the one that told the police exactly what happened and who shot them. It doesn't look like he was granted the possibility of parole, which means he'll be spending his entire life behind bars. That's crazy. Arrested at 17, and now he will be behind bars for the rest of his life. If the 15-year-old did not survive, they would probably never know. Well, maybe, because he was 17. I'm pretty sure he made some mistakes. The detectives may have been able to tie the crime back to him, but I definitely feel like that 15-year-old surviving, being able to run to a neighbor for help, I think that definitely helped the case. Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far and you would love to see more content like this, please consider subscribing and leaving a like to rate the video.
Hey everyone, my name is Naomi, as you know, Nay Baby on TikTok. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to give you all a story time, unfortunately, but today is the day that I will be able to give you all a story time on what happened to my family. January 24th, 2021, my family was murdered in a mass murder. So that includes my brother, my sister, my father, my stepmom, whom I call mother as well, my brother's son, which was a fetus inside of my brother's girlfriend at the time, which is his baby mother. If you all don't know, a fetus, a simpler version, it's a baby inside of your stomach, which my brother's girlfriend, she was at the finish line. So with this whole situation, it's been multiple stories that I've personally heard. I don't know exactly what happened. So all I can tell you is what I know and what I heard. But it's so many stories to tell, so I'm just going to get into the story from the 2 main sources, which are my brother that's in jail, that's accused of killing everyone, and my little brother who was shot multiple times, but he survived. So, unfortunately, I will not be dropping my brothers that's alive. I will not be dropping their names. So we're going to start with my little brother. We're going to call him A. And we're going to call my other little brother that's in jail B. A is the one who survived. B is the one who's in jail. Okay, January 23rd, 2021, a day before they were murdered, I went over my dad's house because I was picking up money for my car note because my dad said he would be paying my car note moving forward. So I went over there for that and to see everybody, of course. When I went over there, everything was normal. Nothing was out of order that I noticed. Everybody was normal. Everybody was cool. Everybody laughing, giggling, talking shit, how we always do. I recall my dad being downstairs in his room with my stepmom. My dad had a headache, so he was asleep, but he was up. Like, he was asleep up, if you get what I'm saying. And my stepmom was downstairs. Okay, so I went over there. It was time for me to get ready to go because I needed to go pay my car note. that day. So before I left, hugged everybody and told everybody I loved them. I played with my brother's girlfriend, my nephew's mom. I played with her stomach before I left. And you know the saying, bounce your booty like a basketball. But I was like, bounce your belly like a basketball. If you don't shake it at all. Don't bounce it at all. That's what I said. And I hugged everybody, told them I loved them, and got ready to leave. Before I left, my little sister, she said, come back and take us to the skating rink. So I was like, okay, when I get done paying my car note, I will. Went to the car place when I was getting ready to leave. My stepmom, she texted me. My stepmom texted me and said that I didn't have to come back because my brother, my oldest brother, he was going to take them to the skating rink so I can go do whatever I needed to go do. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Boom. January 24th hit. Hey everyone, my name is Naomi, as you know.
Alright, so we're going to pause her there. That was part 1. She basically detailed what happened the day prior to the incident. We're going to go ahead and move on to part 2.
Okay, so here's part 2 on how my family was murdered in the mass murder. Okay? And so, boom, I was woken up by my sister beating on my room door, where I was sleeping at. And she was like, we gotta go. I'm like, what's going on? Okay, my mama called my sister that morning and told her to go to my dad's house because she seen, like, somebody was in critical condition at my dad's house on the news. Mind you, my mom don't stay out here. And then, also, my mama called, like, my dad's phone and shit. He not answering and shit, so she think something really going on, something really wrong. So she go.
I'm going to pause this. I'm assuming she's talking about her actual mom, like her bio mom. I'm only trying to confirm this because she said that she called her stepmom mom. But as we know, the stepmom is not alive at this point.
Go check. Okay, boom, fast forward. So we throw whatever on, got whatever on. Mind you, it's cold as hell outside. It's snow, all types of shit. So we just throw whatever on. We go. So we on the highway. I'm looking, and I see, one in critical condition at my dad's house. I think it was on my dad's street, on the news or whatever. And so I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm calling everybody. No answer. So, I looked on Instagram, see if anybody posted anything or something like that. And my brother, he did post, what did he post? He posted, don't tell me you checked out on me. Don't tell me you gone, some shit like that. So I slid up and I can insert the messages when I was like, don't say that or something like that. It was some little shit. But I was like, don't say that, you don't know, and etc. So that's where we made it to.
She fast forwarded. So at this point, the brother she's talking about is the one that is convicted of doing the crime. My thing is, at this point in the story, they don't really know anyone's unalive. They don't know yet. She's not even at the house yet. And I think that chat or that Instagram message to me speaks to the fact that he did the crime, because how would he know that anyone is dead? At this point, they don't know yet because they're technically not at the house. So how would he know that? Throughout the trial, throughout this whole time, he has maintained his innocence, that he had nothing to do with this. So let's continue.
That street, mind you, everything is blocked off. Mind you, it's cold as hell, it's snow outside, but everything is blocked off, all angles of the street. Streets over, streets ahead, everything. So we what the fuck? So we trying to park, and they you can't park right here. So we go all the way around to the opposite side of the street, right? So we park, but it was further down from the house. As we're going up, we see all this yellow tape, all over, you feel me? Okay, so boom. Everything was blocked out, so we run up to the yellow tape. I was talking about me, my sister, we runs, fly. When we get there, my stepmom's, her brother was there. When we get there, he trying to just calm us down, but he don't know no information, neither do we. So we okay, so why we can't get in the house? What's going on? We never been not able to get in our people's house, you feel me? So it's what the fuck? So boom, so more and more people just start to pull up. They not telling us nothing. So I just kept calling my dad's phone, keep calling my stepmom, everybody phone, nobody answered. So we ended up going to so I ended up looking at my stepmom's location and shit, and I seen that her phone was in the house. So I'm like, okay. Then I'm paying attention. I'm like, my dad's main car that he drives is out there. Mind you, I wasn't worried about no other car but his truck. So I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So the lady, everybody there or whatever, my other sister, she's just not there or whatever. So we keep calling her. So she eventually answered. We just like, you need to get here, whatever, to the house. We don't know what's going on. So she ended up getting there. Everybody went up to her in her face or whatever. She like, calm down, everybody. What's going on? Like, calm down. We don't know. We just furious and raging at this point because what the fuck is going on? We have not ever been able to get in there. Like I said, once again, the street never been blocked off like that in front of their house like that. You feel me? And nobody not answering too. That's like, okay, what's really the fuck going on? So at this point, the detectives come up, and detectives and some police officers come up. I think it was like the coroners or something, coroners or some shit like that. They come up and they're just like, who's next to kids and stuff like that. We saying who's who, what. So they like, as a kid, mind you, I was 18, but as a kid, like, they like, you shouldn't look at this. Y'all shouldn't look at this. Let the grown adults, you feel me, 30 plus, look at this shit. So I'm like, no, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? So I asked, is anybody dead? And it was like, so boom, the lady pulled out her camera. She like, I need y'all to help me identify these people. So I'm like, okay, the fuck, crying and everything because we still don't know what's going on. So mind you, we like, identify these people. So, we like, help you identify these people. Like, who, what? First picture, the very first picture was my dad. And I'm just like, I just walked off. I'm screaming, I'm crying. It's cold as fuck. Mind you, I don't have socks, gloves, hat, nothing on. So it's just like, it was just like a dream type shit. Like, it just wasn't real. So boom. Next thing you know, my sisters and them just start screaming and everything. So everybody trying to grab, like, everybody and shit like that. So they show my dad, my sister, my brother, my stepmom. And I think by this time, like, they showed, I think, my brother's girlfriend. But they didn't ask, like, who was she? Because I think her mom had already made it to the hospital or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So at this point, we know everybody's dead. That's how we found out. So after hours go past, the police and stuff, they start cleaning up everything. So everybody at the house and all of this shit like that. So the detective, he like, who all live here? So we telling them. And they like, where is your other brother that lives here? We like, we don't know. We called him, everything. So he ended up getting there. And he ended up, like, he got out the car. He was, like, screaming. He wasn't really crying, but screaming. Like, no, shit like that. You know how people do. And then he got in a car with his girlfriend. But before he left, my cousin had gotten in a car with him. Why, I don't know. But he had gotten in a car with him. And he, I don't know what happened in the car. But he got in the car with him. But he got off the car and then my brother left. Then hours go past. Like, we ain't really... Well, I know I really ain't really reaching out to my brother because we got other shit to worry about. This house, these cars, all that. Because my cousin, he was trying to take my grandma's car that was my daddy's. Like, weird shit. Like, you worry about the wrong shit. Your cousin just died. You worry about taking your grandma's car type shit. Weird. So, boom. Fast forward, like, to the end of the night, we talked to our little brother, our little brother that's in the hospital, that survived. And, he just like, we like, what happened? Who did this? And he like, our brother did it. And I'm like, what? Why? How? You know? Like, and then now, like, he couldn't have did this. How did he do this? Why did he do this? You know, I'm just like, bitch, what? Like, you know, just realistically, just being honest. Like, our brother did this. Like, what do you mean? He like, yeah, our brother did this. What the fuck? I ain't gotta lie, basically. Feel me? Type shit. And I was just, feel me? So then my brother from jail, he had called my brother that got arrested. Mind you, this damn near the next day. So he called, he like, I didn't do that, da 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 da. So we like, what happened? Why would our other brother lie, etc., etc. He like, I don't know, whatever. He lying on me. Shit like that. So we like, what the fuck would he lie for you for? But it's like, what the fuck did happen? You know, for him to even say it was you. Like, you feel me? So, fast forward. So, okay, so when my brother said my other brother did it, like, for a long time, I'm like, bitch, he ain't do this shit. Like, how would he did this shit? One person, all these people. Like, it's just so much shit. But, part 3. Okay, so here's part 2.
She does not have part 3 posted, but in the house, let me just go over this, because she it was kind of confusing when she kept saying my brother, my sister. So Raymond Charles III, he gunned down both his parents. So that includes Raymond Charles II, which was his dad, and then his stepmom. He then turned the gun on his 18-year-old brother, 13-year-old sister, the 18-year-old brother's girlfriend. So she was unalived, and then remember, she was pregnant, so then the baby was unalived. That's in total 6 people if you include the baby. Her younger brother was 15, so that's the one that was shot, but he was able to survive. The 15-year-old was sleeping, heard the gunshots, got up to hide, while the gunman, his brother, was going from room to room, unaliving the family members. He heard his father say to the brother right before he shot him, I love you, Raymond. Last words to his son, I love you, Raymond. His brother just went and unalived him. He knew he was about to die at the hands of his own child, and he still said, I love you. Still said it. The 15-year-old said that he tried to get away. He even offered his brother money not to unalive him. I think a total of $44. He told his brother, like, I'll give you $44 if you don't do this to me. He ended up shooting him anyway. So the 15-year-old was shot twice. His brother shot him and then left him. I guess he thought at that point he was dead, but the 15-year-old was able to get away and then go to neighbors for help. It was revealed during the trial that Raymond Charles had taken his father's vehicle without permission the night before the crimes happened. When he returned after midnight, this was past his curfew, but he returned after midnight, and then of course he got in trouble. I guess that 17-year-old was like, listen, I'm not waiting to find out what my punishment is going to be. I'm going to take matters into my own hand. He decided to pick up a gun, I guess, for retaliation. After he committed the crime, he left and he went to his girlfriend's house, which the sister here, she confirmed that he was with the girlfriend. And then what happened was he returned to the scene, you know, after everything happened. He returned and was pretending like he was just learning about the incident. So that's when she was talking about he showed up with his girlfriend, I guess appearing to be distraught just like the rest of them. The cops did question the girlfriend, and she told police that he was acting nervous when they were arriving to the crime scene. She stated her exact words were, he acted like a clown. She probably was confused herself. Of course, she didn't know what was going on. She wasn't there. He was arrested the next day after this incident occurred. So yeah, the incident occurred January 24th. They got him the next day. After he was found guilty, he let them know he did not do this. He's innocent, that he constantly thinks about his family. Obviously, nobody believed him, and the judge didn't want to hear any of that. Clearly, there was enough evidence to lead to his conviction. He was 17 at the time of the murder. It took 4 years for the trial to happen. You would think at that point he would take accountability, at least for the sake of the living family members, to let them know exactly what happened and why he did it, but he didn't. He just would not take accountability. And then there's also family members that don't believe the 15-year-old is telling the truth. He's lost his entire family. What would be the point of sending his innocent brother to jail? Raymond Charles III, like I said, he is the one that committed the crime. His mother still stands by him. She denies that her son did this. I guess I get it. That's your child. You want to stand by him. But At the end of the day, ma'am, clearly there was enough evidence to convict him. I'm gonna wrap this video up. This young lady did not come back with part 3. I would be curious to know her point of view and how she feels now, like after the trial. I'll be curious to learn that, but she did not come back and post a part 3. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.